sausage. Why won't you come back to the village?
Yo, she bad as shit, yo. She bad as a motherfucker, son. Yo, Sanji's sister, Miss Poison Pink. Miss Pink. Not the wife of Mr. Pink, okay? But Poison Pink, Miss Pink. She can be as thick as she wanna be, son. Bruh, Sanji, first of all, I gotta say this. Like, why you hiding this talent? I understand that she your sister and shit. I get it, yada yada, but at the same time, you should have let everybody know about such prime real estate, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Alright? But let's go. So Luffy's still out of it and shit. Miss Pink right here, Poison Pink, she goes ahead and sucks all that venom out of his ass, yo. Just sucks it all out, yo. To suck that shit hard as shit, yo. Made that motherfucker Luffy curl up and shit like, oh. He didn't even remember the damn thing from it though. He didn't remember shit. All he knows is that he was eating the shit, but then after that, boom, done. Didn't even realize he was about to fucking die. Crazy as shit. But from running into her, you find out, a few things. One, that they kind of, Sanji's not with him. They were supposed to kind of meet up with him, try to catch him before, I guess he got to Whole Cake Island and shit. But that being said, they didn't. And they talked about a few things. They talked about Whole Cake Island and how there's these 34 islands around Whole Cake Island, and it's called the Toto Islands and shit. And I guess they're kind of monitored by the Navy and everything. And Luffy and Chopper decided to jump off the goddamn Sunny when they weren't supposed to. And at the end, we see that they run into all these buildings that are fucking literally made out of fucking like cake and all this shit. Everything's sweet, like all made out of chocolate fountains and all this shit. So him and goddamn Chopper are most likely about to go ham. They about to fucking just fuck up all kinds of shit. Okay, because when it comes to food like sweets and shit like that, they pretty much like lose their shit. Ninjas, sweets, and fucking like robots and shit like that. They just go, oh my god, so fucking cool, amazing. You know how they are. But also we find out what was happening with Sanji just a little bit. Pretty much his father kind of was looking for Sanji for a long time, ever since he's been a young kid and shit. And in doing so, he asked the Navy HQ to look after Sanji, because they're part of a royal family. So they're like, look, we're looking for Sanji and shit. So when that happened, pretty much like all those wanted posters were pretty much circulating, and they saw Sanji in a wanted poster and shit. And they ran into Duval, the motherfucker that looked kind of similar to Sanji and shit, but fucking like ugly as shit and everything, but diesel as fuck, yo. Remember seeing on Savage and shit? Yeah, that motherfucker and shit. And he kind of referenced it then, but kind of didn't really kind of put the two things together at the time. But Duval was talking about how how he was being attacked by these certain people. He was crying and everything. But it kind of resonates with what they were talking about now. But other than that, what happened was that the royal family's father was like, look, we want to change this dead or alive shit on this poster but like, look, you're gonna get the reward that he's worth alive only. So that's why his poster is only like that, and everybody else is dead or alive and shit like that. So that was definitely interesting to find out right there. But Peckhams, he's he's trying to do his thing and shit. He's covering for them, trying to make sure that they get to Whole Cake Island and stuff, making sure that they hides. And he gave the excuse that he kind of stole the ship and everything, and he has he doesn't want them to search the ship, these scouts and everything. So he was like, look, I got a surprise here, don't tell them about the ship or nothing like that. so that they pretty much won't know they're coming and all that stuff. So, that he was thinking on his feet right there. So that was cool. But other than that, the other thing is that it seems like, Sanji's sister, Miss Poison, yes, Poison Pink, and her brother, and Sanji's brother, his family, they use these kind of scientific instruments, mechanisms and stuff to enhance, I guess, kind of their, make them have these certain abilities and shit, such as Reiju. He had the fucking shit beneath his shoes that could literally make him fucking like airwalk and shit, like he was hovering and everything. She had kind of like these bouncy fucking balls and shit on her shit that when she jumps she can leap fucking forever and everything. So that was pretty cool to see as well. Now, I will say this, for what actually happened in this episode, it felt like it could have been done a lot faster, and people always want to talk about pacing and stuff like that. And I've always said it, and I'm someone that's been watching One Piece mainly through the anime, and I have read some of the manga as well, from when I initially caught up with the show. When it comes to pacing, I don't really have too much of an issue. I think the people that have the main issue are the people that are reading the manga as well, and I understand that. I'm not trying to give any excuses there whatsoever. From that standpoint, I get it. You kind of want to see more throughout a single episode that you're waiting week to week to see. I get it, I understand it. But from someone that is majority and mainly watching the anime, it's something that I can tell, I could see just by the certain things that are kind of pinpointed from, point A to point B that happen in particular from episode to episode within a certain episode with the certain like 20 something minutes that we have. But it's still enjoyable to watch for me. It's cool. Like I don't, really have too much of an issue with it whatsoever. But there are certain times, and it's happened a very, very few times, okay, such as the episode that happened rather recently, I would say, in the timeline of One Piece, with when Luffy beat Doflamingo and shit. There was that episode where the announcer dude, I think I even said it on that review, where the announcer guy was like, the winner is, the winner is, the winner is, and pretty much almost the whole episode was him saying that and leading it up to saying Luffy, it's like, holy shit, like that episode was drawn out like a motherfucker, yo. Holy fuck. And it was like glaringly noticeable. There was a whole bunch of episodes that are also, very drawn out for small things. But that one, man, holy fuck. But anyways, I just wanted to say that real quick. All right, guys, leave your comments below. Make sure that you follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook so you know when my videos go live. I'll check you guys out later. Thanks for watching. Peace out. What's poppin', my dudes? Make sure that you become a part of the Central Network. Subscribe to AnimeCenTruL 1 and AnimeCenTruL 2. Become a part of the gaming Twitch live streams on Play Central, and also become a part of React Central. And if you want me to react to a video on React Central that you like, make sure you fill out the React Central request form. You can find a link to that in the description, as well as a link to all the entire Central Network, from Play Central to AnimeCenTruL 1 and 2, as well as my Patreon. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later.